we'll be happy if we get to a point where someone from the NFL is listening to this.
Yeah.
All right, we're live. I think I'm about to audio inputs on.
We're
Should
not
be
live
good.
on YouTube.
It's about to be.
It's a terrible angle, bro.
All right, yeah, we're live. All right.
I think I'm about to audio inputs on.
We're not live on YouTube.
About to be.
All right, we're live.
Yeah. We're not live on YouTube.
We are live on YouTube. First time. That's pretty cool. Well, I guess no, we were live the other night, but this is I guess the first time remastered live set. Getting in here to jump in and talk about the Cowboys Seahawks game tomorrow night in here in Arlington. Pretty big NFC matchup between two teams that are second in their division, kind of fighting to remain at one of those or jump to be one of those top seeds. But right now on the wild card side, looking in, I think.
Yeah, dude. I didn't realize how close the race was between the Cowboys and the Seahawks as far as top wild card spot, but this game's kind of looking to be a little bit more pivotal than I thought of going into it, especially with our schedule coming up and not knowing what's going to come of that. Being hopeful, but if something does go wrong, this is a big game. Just to hold position in the wild card race.
Yeah, and I just want to go ahead and while we're getting started here, I'm sitting here checking our stream on YouTube. Give a shout out. We just spent a lot of money on this podcast to hire an engineer, and if you go look at the YouTube live, you can tell it looks great. Looks awesome. He's got some good stuff going up there. So shout out to Travis who is now joined us. And what's going on, Travis?
And glad to help out where I can. It's been a lot of fun figuring it out. I've never done this before, and Cowboys are starting to play good, so I'll talk about them.
Sounds about right. But anyway, so getting back in, you can maybe look at do you have the spread pulled up for this game by chance?
Yeah, we've got Dallas -9 for the Cowboys.
Dallas -9 against the Seahawks tomorrow.
A lot of points.
That was
Are you serious?
According to ESPN this morning or this afternoon.
Seattle +9. That's crazy. Now I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I don't think that Dallas is going to cover it because that's what they've done the last few weeks at home is cover these big spreads, and they haven't just covered them; they've covered them an average of 20 points a week. So
handily,
pretty crazy to think about that. But I think that Dallas. I don't know, man. This is one of those weird matchups, in my opinion. I think that Seattle has built a pretty solid defense. Pete Carroll has kept a lot of that Dan Quinn scheme still in house there. You see a lot of the same type of mentality of defense. They use guys all over the place. They're young. They traded for Leonard Williams from the Giants at the deadline. They've got him stopping up the middle of that defense now. But a lot of people are talking about the numbers before going in that before that Leonard Williams trade, their numbers against the run defensively were atrocious. The Leonard Williams acquisition, it really hasn't changed much. So they're saying that we're going to be able to get in there and should be able to pound some more yards on the ground this week. Keep Tony Pollard going on that. Hopefully over a 5-yard carry mark for the third consecutive week.
Yeah, no, it'd be nice to see TP kind of continue the trend upwards, especially after the slow start to the season that he had. But I mean, another thing too for the Seahawks that hopefully Dallas can really take advantage of is the fact that Kenneth Walker is questionable. We don't know if he's
Yep.
going to play. I mean, Charbonnet is a good back, but Kenneth Walker is definitely the workhorse of that, and it's a little bit more optimistic going into the game without Kenneth Walker in there compared to Zach Charbonnet. So, with that said, though, this is to me lining up almost like the Cardinals game, where we're kind of looking at it like, oh, everything is looking Cowboys, Cowboys, Cowboys. We got a big game coming up next week, and something slips up. So, hopefully, we learned our lesson, and that doesn't happen here. But it really smells like a Cardinals game.
Man, and that's something that scares me because going into that Cardinals week, you said that seemed like one of those games
Yep.
where it's an inevitable Cowboys, stumble somewhere in the season. I think this game's a little bit different. One, because the Seahawks were 2 weeks ago, I believe, leading the NFC West, so this is a playoff team. Um, Now, is this the best team that Cowboys have faced this year so far, aside from obviously the 49ers who really took care of business against us, but the Eagles? I think this is going to be probably the next toughest team that we've seen aside from those two teams. Offensively, what do you think that they are going to bring to the table? Aside
Uh,
from Kenneth Gainwell run game, they've got three really good receivers. DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett is still doing his thing. It seems like in year 25 for him now.
yeah,
And
no
then they
shit.
have the rookie Jackson Smith and Jigba, which I'm going to sit here and tell you, have to do it this week. I'm starting him in fantasy tomorrow night. And I think that he has a chance to do some damage in the slot against Jordan Lewis. I'll be completely honest with you.
Yeah, that's if Gino can get him the ball. Gino struggled the last couple of weeks, and it's been pretty noticeable.
Sure.
Now, last week was against the 49ers, and I mean, pretty much every quarterback struggles against the 49ers when they go up against them. So that's one thing, but a lot of quarterbacks struggle when they go against Dallas too. And, it's probably not a
Travis,
good thing to be in a slump.
can you pull that, Travis? Who were the three teams that beat the 49ers this year?
Oh, who were the teams that beat the 49ers this year?
I
Did the
want to say
Bengals
that
beat
the
them?
Seahawks. I want to say that the Seahawks were one of them.
We've got the Eagles. Oh, that was last year. My bad.
No.
Oh yeah, the
I was
Eagles.
gonna say
I
they're
was gonna
about
say
to play.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Shout out Dak. Browns beat them about a month and a half ago, 19-17.
Okay.
The Vikings the next week. They lost 3 in a row. That's right. The Browns, the Vikings, and the Bengals.
The Vikings.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was like the week Joe Burrow. Everyone was like, "Oh, Joe Burrow's back."
Yeah. And he wasn't.
Yes,
Well, he isn't anymore, I guess.
right.
So we got the lines that spread at 9. What do you think? What do you think about this offense that Dak's been putting together the last It's been 5 weeks now. Brandon Cook's really
I
getting
mean,
involved. CeeDee Lamb, he went on his stretch of 3 weeks of 150 yards consecutive with 10 plus catches or whatever it was. First player in NFL history to do that, so that's really cool.
yeah.
Then
No, I mean,
get the.
he's running
I
it
mean,
great,
it's just
dude.
yeah.
It's
Mike McCarthy seems to be in his bag. I don't know what is going on.
now
There
that's
can be
where
no hate anymore. There cannot
that
be any hate. This dude is in his bag just as much as Kellen Moore ever was.
I'm interested to see how these next weeks go because
And you're
that's
correct.
the biggest thing. Everyone's just,
And-
hey, your bottom tier teams, Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott look amazing. What do
And
they
there's a
do?
point to that.
Yeah, except for the fact that I mean, there is, but I'm so sick of hearing it, dude, because they're NFL teams. Like
They are.
the top teams in the league, we just named it, The 49ers lost to the Vikings. the Bengals. You know,
The
like,
Jets
and
beat the
then
Eagles.
the Jets beat the Eagles. So in the
Isn't that who it
NFL, you
was?
have to win games. A win is a win. It's not like these guys are not playing and we're going down and beating teams by 30. That has to say something. Now,
Why is it that we can't beat a team with a winning record, though?
I mean, it's not our fault we haven't played as many teams with a winning record.
Yeah,
But the ones that we
looking at the
have, we've
schedule,
lost
we don't
to.
get tested way some of these other guys have around the
Yeah,
league.
I mean, and that's true. You can't control who you play, and we have put the bad teams away, without the Cardinals game being in there, obviously. But
Good teams
I
win,
just
great teams cover.
that is true, but I want to see it this stretch. If we
I
go
agree.
3-2 through this stretch, we're not built for the playoffs. We go 4-1 and we lose to Buffalo in Buffalo, when it's 10 degrees outside and the wind's blowing 50 miles an hour. I'm not gonna feel that bad about that loss.
Yeah.
I think we need to go into Miami with some confidence. It's gonna be a warm game. It's not gonna be cold there. I feel like it's September. And I really want to see how our defense competes with that offense over there. I know we're looking ahead pretty far here, but this stretch coming up is going to be very important, starting tomorrow night with the Seahawks on what this team is really made of.
Yeah. No, for sure. I just, I mean, I think the Cowboys are going to win. 9 points is a lot of points, especially against a team that is fighting for that last playoff spot. And they know that they can't really drop anymore. So I think it'll be a big ask to cover 9. So I'll go Cowboys win, Seahawks cover.
Seahawks cover. Okay, what's your score?
I'll say
Do you know the
28-24.
over-under? Don't call the over-under. Okay, 28-24.
Yeah.
28-24. Okay. I'm saying Cowboys are going to win this one. I think that they put up probably 38, and I'm going to say that they hold them to 17. I think that they cover the
Damn.
spread.
Okay.
I think that it's really not close.
Hey, I'd love to see it.
I'm curious to know, Travis, do you have the over-under pulled up on that? What were the totals? Based off of our points, we'd see what we'd do.
See what we got here.
I bet it's like 28-17.
Over under 47.5.
47.5.
Money line
So I'm
Dallas
definitely
432.
Wow.
Plus 334.
47.5.
So I'd be slamming the over for sure. I'm going the overs around 52 to 55 for both of us. So
Dang, dude. They're saying
we're both
so
over 50 there.
at a 47.5
What do
and
they
a
think that the
9-point
Cowboys
spread.
offense is just I mean, Seahawks aren't going to do anything.
That's crazy. Well,
That's good to see.
yeah. I mean,
I guess they don't have that much confidence in that Seahawks offensive line, I think, is the problem.
yeah.
And
And
I don't think Geno operates well under pressure. I don't think he ever has. I don't think that he ever will.
yeah. I'm interested to see. I feel like there's been a little bit more press and light shed on the fact that Micah Parsons is the most egregiously held defensive end in the NFL, and I feel like it's
They're
finally
talking
coming to
about it
light
now. Yeah, they're
after the
talking about it
Commanders
now.
game. And I really
You
want to
got
see like
Bucky
something
talking
changes.
about it, or not Bucky, what's his name? Baldy talking about it.
Yes, dude. And I mean, it's bad.
It is. It's terrible.
I want to throw out a
So-
few more Cowboys offensive stats in there for Dak Prescott.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Weeks 3 through 6, 4 passing touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Last 5
through 6. What were those teams?
we had loss against the Cardinals, the Patriots, loss against the 49ers, and the Chargers.
Yeah.
And he was 4-4.
Yeah, and he hovered around
That's
250
terrible.
yards.
Okay.
Last 5 weeks of the season, 17 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
That's sick.
Over
And
3
like a billion yards.
over 300 yards 4 out of those 5 games, 2 of which one of which being over 400 and one being 374. So
and he didn't play the fourth quarter in the majority
like
of
2
those.
or 3 of them.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And that includes, 374 yards and 3 touchdowns against the Eagles. So
Dude,
that
he should be
overlooked.
seriously. He's got to be seriously talked about the MVP situation,
He
at
had-
least
I
at the
mean,
moment.
There's no one playing better than him. I think if he goes through this stretch and continues his play, there's no conversation, honestly.
I'm so sick
And
of hearing
I
Jalen
am
Hurts'
one
name.
of the big I know. I'm one of the biggest critics of this football team. I am a realist as a Cowboys fan. I don't BS it. I don't sugarcoat it. Dak Prescott was the reason that we lost against the 49ers last year. I mean, cold cut and simple. There were questions coming in whether he was made for it or not, and we're about to find out if he is.
Yeah, no, for sure. But up to this point, he just does not. I think people are coming around on it now after the Commanders game, but he needs to be talked about
But
seriously
you
as the
have
MVP of the league.
That's the thing, though, and I agree because Jalen Hurts struggled beating the Commanders twice. Uh, the Giants took them to the wire. I mean, I hear the conversation, but at the same time, we have to see this against a good defense, and we haven't yet.
Jalen Hurts has the same passing statistics as Jordan Love. And the only difference is he has better players.
He has total touchdowns is more. That's what his conversation is so high on.
I know, but it's from the 1 yard line.
And I mean,
regardless, this is turning into Eagles hate podcast, but
QB comparisons, I understand the schedule might be a little different, but an 8-3 Chiefs and an 8-3 Cowboys, and Dak's right up there statistically with Pat Mahomes, if not a little better in some categories.
And the Chiefs are the number 1 seed in the AFC.
Right, and those AFC guys just love to run their mouths about how dominant the AFC is, They don't even get anything done. So we'll see if that changes this year. But
yeah,
I'm back on the bandwagon of my lifelong team. I can't deny it. They've been playing really good football.
It's hard not to be excited about it, man.
Yeah, until they rip our hearts out inevitably in December at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I just dread the days coming, but it's coming.
Yeah. Hey, maybe not. Maybe this year's different. I don't know. Sometimes it does feel like Dak looks like he's a different guy. The defense is playing.
Offensive line has to stay healthy.
Yeah, that's a big.
Has to stay healthy.
That's a big hit factor for sure. Yeah. But all other things considered, they look pretty good. So.
Since it's staying sick, if they get we haven't even talked about Shaq Leonard. Finished his visit with the Eagles today. Seems like the Cowboys are the front runner according to multiple sources. Baldinger, one of those guys, he lives in Philly, talked with the Philly players. Apparently Leonard was very, very impressed with the Cowboys organization, the facilities. Sure, Gary rolled out the red carpet for him, I know. He's got former players that are here.
Stephon
Gilmore. Malik Hooker played with him in Indy as well. So there's just a lot of connections there that are saying that this dude is coming here. So medical's checked out. The medical staff that the Cowboys front office puts a lot of trust into. A lot of trust. I mean, that was part of the reason they drafted Jalen Smith second round overall in that draft in 2016 or whenever that was. Because of this medical staff said that they could work with it. So they put a lot of they put a lot of emphasis on their stamp on it. So I think it's a go. I think that money was probably talked about, that Leonard wanted to go get his time in Philly. But don't be surprised if a deal gets done sometime tomorrow on this.
That'd be sweet. That'd be a nice thing to have. Like,
nice little early Christmas gift.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
but here's the thing: I don't want this to limit Marquise Bell.
Yeah,
It's been
me either.
so much fun to watch. But that's your third down linebacker. Now you got Darius Leonard down there on first and second down. You're not asking Marquise Bell to come downhill and fight against guards and tackles.
Right. Yeah, I think it's going to be nothing but good things. So hopefully he, fits in well and defense keeps humming. But like you said, the offensive line.
He makes the defense better. Yeah, no, absolutely. Offensive line. This is obviously the only stretch that this team has had its offensive line playing together since they put this offensive line together with Tyler Smith.
And they've been nasty.
And they've been, 5-week stretch now? They just keep getting better and better each week. It seems like one is saying that Tyler Smith is the best guard in all of football.
He's so good, dude.
And Tyler Smith out next to him, looks like he's 21 again. So,
yeah, but how long is that going to last?
Hey, don't even say it, dude. Just cross your fingers.
No, for sure.
Pray
Enjoy the ride.
that the Jimmy Johnson curse is fixed, and this is the year.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I know we got to
bust up the J Novacek whiskey.
Yeah,
we got to wrap up here pretty quick, but just if we got a minute, see if y'all want to run down some of these lines and
let's build a parlay
pick
real
some
quick.
Covers.
Let's build a parlay real quick. Build a 3 or 4 legger. Let's do it. You got time?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Travis, pull them up on the old screen.
Run it.
NFL line or VegasLines.net or some crap like that.
I've got an ESPN article here.
Hey, can you share your screen to the Discord? I know this is unprofessional for the podcast, but I sent you a message in here, and I don't think you've opened it. We can't see the broadcast in Discord, but that would be helpful if we could see it.
Yeah. Make that happen. I'll pull up this ESPN article for you guys because shit.
Give me whatever the line is for the 49ers Eagles game. Give me the Niners.
Yeah, I think it's that's Niners on the road, I believe.
Yeah,
I think that's Niners on the road, and they're favored by 1.5.
That's crazy. That's nuts. But
and the Eagles are 10-1, bro.
I just want to do it strictly to go against the Eagles fans. Like, obviously, I'm not going to bet the Eagles.
Yeah, what happened?
What's wrong? What you got?
You closed your stream. We can't see it anymore.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to run down this this list they got on ESPN here. I'll just rapid fire.
All right.
A little bit of talk about Indianapolis tonight with some current and maybe future Cowboys. We got the Colts -1 at Tennessee.
Ooh, I like Tennessee.
You do? Okay.
Take the dog.
I like Tennessee +1 because of the fact that Jonathan Taylor's out. The team is broken anyways. They were awful last week. I think Tennessee pulls one out here in division. I think Mike Vrabel gets these guys ready. Got it on him before though, and he failed us. But stick with him here.
Yeah, I like it. I say if we're gonna build the parlay, make it a money line.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 money line on that. All right, next.
We got the Chargers -6 at New England. 12 o'clock game.
Watch it. Not even touching it. That's Chargers cover.
Yeah, but yeah.
Detroit -4 in New Orleans. That's an interesting one to me.
-4?
I don't
What's
know,
the
dude.
value on that cover?
I don't trust Detroit anymore.
That can go either way.
I don't trust New Orleans defense, but you're not wrong. That is in Lambeau, though. I mean, that is a different ball game.
Wait, what? New
Uh,
Orleans.
when I'm saying they lost against Green Bay in Lambeau.
Oh, yeah.
Or was that in Ford?
No, that was in Detroit, dude. They
Was it?
lost, and they got blown out by Baltimore in Detroit too.
I know that.
I don't know. I just don't trust them. I don't want to touch this game.
My pick is Detroit -4, but yeah, I wouldn't bet on it.
Yeah, same.
All right, up next we got the Falcons and the Jets. Falcons -3.
I wouldn't touch this
That's a game the
either.
Jets. That's the game Jets could win.
Yeah.
I go Jets. I go Jets +3 there for sure. I'd parlay.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'd take the Jets if I
Falcons
had to.
are terrible. That Jets defense is still good. Don't forget that.
We're dogging. All right,
Yeah.
we got the Cardinals at the Steelers, 5.5. Steelers -5.5.
Cardinals could easily win that game.
Yeah, I would take the Cardinals.
I mean, I don't understand how this team is 7-4.
So far, what are our parlay picks? So what's the first one?
Tennessee money line.
Yeah. Okay. That's the only one I feel confident in.
I say Jets +3, but
Let's hear some more.
that'll be my kicker.
I like the Cardinals one too.
I like the Cardinals.
Yeah, I would go with the Cardinals there.
Cards +4.5. What is that? What it was?
5.5.
5.5. Oh my!
Yeah,
that team
Cardinals.
is so bad. Okay, cool. I like that one for sure.
I mean, the Steelers even putting a touchdown on the board is
yeah.
Crazy, dude.
All right, we got the Panthers at the Bucks. Bucks are -5.
What a shitter, dude.
Baker Mayfield might not be playing in this game. From what I was reading on fantasy earlier, but
Panthers just fired their head coach.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think? That the
Bucks
defense is still good. The Bucks defense is still good.
Yeah.
The Panthers are atrocious on offense, so yeah, I'm with you there. Not parlayable though. I do not trust either one of those teams to do anything worth money.
Can I just say these are some terrible games?
Yeah, every single
it's ass.
You're awful, dude.
I think this next one's
maybe the worst.
Not the worst, but not an easy one to pick. It's Miami -9.5 at Washington.
Ooh.
Miami. Washington's in disarray. They just fired their DC.
Yeah.
No, though. So something about Washington that really impressed me. They have that one corner that is pretty filthy. Can't think of his name right now, but
Not the rookie.
He made some plays on CD, on Cooks. He's got two names in his last name, I believe. Ways.
And that
Washington has battled.
Yeah, Sam Howell's been slinging the ball.
Washington has battled with good teams, dude. Sam Howell, I think, might be hurt. Did I see that?
Coming off a blowout.
Is he?
Firing your... I see Miami.
I might be making that up, Travis. I don't know. Miami or Washington has beat Buffalo, I believe, right? They took Philly to overtime. They almost beat Philly the second time.
Yeah.
I think Washington.
They also lost to the Bears and the Giants.
Those are good football teams.
And got blown out by the Cowboys. The Bears and the Giants?
The NFL team, right? That's your old saying.
I'm just saying that 9 points when you're asking me if they're going to cover 9 points.
Cowboys got blown out by the Cardinals.
Yeah, but the Cowboys also didn't lose to the Bears and the Giants.
The Seahawks.
All right, dude. You take the Commanders. That'll be the one we go against. That'll be our game there. I'm telling you that
Commanders.
The Miami Dolphins are going to blow them out again.
Dude, I like the Commanders 9.5 as well. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, plus 9.
Ron Rivera is going to get fired this week. He's fired.
No way. No, they're winning. McDaniel might get fired.
Okay.
You're psycho, dude.
All right. Next up, we got Denver at Houston. Houston is favored -3.5.
That'll be a good game.
That's
I
gonna
like
be a
Denver
great
winning
game.
that. I like Denver
Wait,
winning that.
I
Houston's
think I do
favorite?
as well. Yeah, 3.5.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
Denver there.
Denver.
Denver money line, dude.
They've been
Honestly,
playing really well.
they have dudes everywhere too on that offense. They have players everywhere.
Russ is starting to figure it out too.
Hey, Judy, Cortland Sutton. They got this fast dude, young kid. I can't think of his name. Good tight
Mims?
ends, good running backs. Mims, they have Mims too, yes, but I'm thinking of another guy that uses like a gadget guy, I think.
Huh. But yeah, no, they're figuring all the trash I talked about Sean Payton. I was wrong. He was right.
For sure, dude.
I'm
Same,
dumb. He's smart.
same. It
Turns out,
took him about a month to figure it out, and he got it figured out pretty quick.
yeah, turns out like he's showing why he's considered one of the best NFL coaches. Like the dude's figuring it out.
So we're kind of going off a tangent here, but let me ask you this. Someone says that him and Mike McCarthy kind of have the same resume. Is Mike McCarthy not kind of doing the same thing right now?
Oh yeah,
What he's
no,
done
for
in
sure.
Dallas the last 3 years since he's had his hands on this thing.
Oh
We're looking
man,
at the third consecutive 12-plus win season.
yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, not many coaches do that ever in their career.
No, and
And
it
not with
just
multiple
sucks.
teams, because he did that shit in Green Bay too.
But what sucks is once you do that, then you get to a point to where you can't win the big one. And then you have to start thinking about next moves because you can't get over the hump, you know? So,
Well, that's the thing. When's Kyle Shanahan gonna win the big one? Because he still hasn't.
that's true. What's the next game, Trav?
All right, we got the 3 o'clock slots here. We got the Browns at the Rams. Rams are -3.5.
That's a trash game.
Trash.
I don't even care to talk about that game.
First good game of the week, we've got the 49ers -3 at Philly.
It's down. It's up to -3.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Philly
They're gonna
might win
thrash-
that game by 20 just because of that.
Does San Fran thrash them?
I hope so. I hope they beat them by 3 or 4 touchdowns, but I don't think they will, dude. Philly, they hang
What do you
around.
mean?
They're bad. I don't think they're a good football team, but they figure out ways to hang around.
They're not.
How about
They haven't played anyone.
they played us?
the brotherly shove into the outside zone off the tackle run last week? Pretty big play.
It's
They're evolving.
pathetic to see that they're building plays off of that now. It's kind of annoying.
Super.
Yeah.
They're the only team that can do it too.
We don't like that in Dallas. All right.
No.
Next.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to hear his. I don't know what I'm going with there, but he's not going to be able to do anything in Dallas.
We've got our
game win streak at home.
Sunday night football game. We've got the Kansas City Chiefs -6 at Green Bay.
KC.
Yeah, that seems a little low.
KC coming off a
Don't you think?
loss. They're going to stomp them.
Out of the ones that I selected, I like the Tennessee money line. That's kind of go either way though because they're terrible. Colts could easily win the game because what's his name is a pretty good running back too. That's +3. Really like that. Go ahead. Oh, Monday night. What's Monday night?
For the Sunday night game, back to Green Bay for a second. We've got a 50% chance of snow early in the afternoon or early in the morning.
Ooh.
It's going to be pretty cold, dropping down to about 30 degrees around kickoff. I think Jordan Love is the one that's not tested there. I don't really know how that's going to look for the Packers. I think Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes might just absolutely thrash
I'm with you on that, dude. That's a good stat right there, dude. That's why we brought you on.
Jordan
Right
Love has been in Green Bay for like 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah, but he hasn't played.
Not on
It's
Sunday
different,
night
dude.
against the Chiefs.
I mean, you're not wrong.
We'll see. I think it's an interesting factor. You know, the weather's always an interesting factor.
I mean, yeah, I think Kansas City's going to blow them out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I like Tennessee, Kansas City, and the Cardinals.
I like the Cards plus 5.5 for sure. I like the Commanders plus 9.5 a lot, honestly. Denver money line.
That's me and you.
Loving Denver money line.
Oh yeah.
So
taking the Commanders
plus 3,
there
Cards
too.
plus 5.5.
Last trash
I'm
game to close out a harsh Week 13. We've got the Cincinnati Bengals at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's -8 over the Bengals.
In Jacksonville?
Yep.
That could be one of those games that the Jacksonville just is inept on offense. I mean, and just can't do anything. So you never know.
Yeah. That's a bad game.
Obviously, the Bengals are starting Jake Browning at quarterback. So
yeah. So parlay, I say my vote is Tennessee money line, Denver money line, Cardinals plus 5, and Kansas City -3.
Ooh. Running KC -3 in there, huh?
The little 4-legger.
Right. So you got Cards, Denver, Tennessee, and KC. I'm going Jets +3. On Cards 5.5. I'm going Commanders 9.5. And I'm gonna go Denver money line.
I'm gonna be the first one to say I told you so when the Dolphins are winning 35-7.
You don't even have the Dolphins anywhere on here.
I know I don't have. I'm telling you right now, the Dolphins are going to win that.
Commanders. No, they're not. No, they're not.
All right.
Pat, what are you building up over there?
Man, I didn't even consider one. I'll take the Commanders and I guess take the boys and let's see. I'm trying to think of that one last one that I liked. What was that? What was the second game that you took, Jared?
The Cardinals.
Yeah, I like the Cardinals as well. I'll go with the Cowboys, Cardinals, and the
Commanders. All right, that's gonna do it. I don't think anyone tuned in for this live, but
oh well, maybe one day we'll get a fan.
It's posted.
It'll start producing, and it's there.
Can are you a fan?
Check back in next time. Come check us out. Enjoyed it. Be at the game tomorrow with old Trav, so should be getting some pretty quick updates on what's going on, and we'll go from there.
Cool. Go Cowboys.
The SPOD Pod.
Go Cowboys. See you, dude.
See it.
Hey,
man.
Hey. Coming in, we're gonna go duck hunting. We gonna shoot some ducks in the face or what, dude?
Yeah.
All right.
And
next Saturday.
All right. See y'all.